It's literally like 5 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea why I felt the urge to get out of bed, shower, and record this video. However, something was just inside of me telling me that I need to talk about this specific thing that I'm gonna cover in this video. And it's unlike anything that I've ever talked about before here on this channel. You guys know that I like to keep it real with you, whatever, blase, blase, blah. However, there is a part of my life that I have not really talked about, and I already know that I'm probably going to regret making this video, but this is just something that I feel in my heart needs to be said. And the part that I have not really been so open about is that I actually suffer from like really severe depression. And you guys can pick on me, do whatever you want in the comments about this in this particular video. I'm okay with it. It's part of me. It's who I am. I've accepted it. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because you guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm saying that I'm the happiest that I've been in a very long time, probably in my whole entire freaking life. And I just felt the need to come on here and talk about it because maybe there's somebody out there that needs to hear this at this point in time. As you guys know, around almost August of last year, I left my job. Very good job that I worked very hard at and succeeded very quickly at. And I'm one of those people, it's almost like I identify myself with my job because I feel like that's why I'm here, to work and pay bills. However, there's so much more to life than that, and I've recently just, I don't know, it's just like one day I woke up and like everything was totally different. Now I want to give you guys a little bit of backstory on my severe depression and anxiety. I've actually had panic attacks and anxiety from a very young age. I was around like 12 or 13. I was in school and I started having really bad panic attacks. I would be in the middle of class and I would just like keel over in like tremendous pain because my chest would be hurting. I would feel like I was having a heart attack. My mom took me to the doctor, all kinds of things. We had tests done. We found out that there was nothing really wrong with me except that I had really bad anxiety. And along with that, I have really bad anger issues. Sometimes maybe that comes across in the videos that I post here, probably so. I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. But I have suffered with really bad anger issues and just really horrible anxiety and depression my entire life for no good reason. I don't know, it's something that's in my brain. I was actually diagnosed as being bipolar at one point in time. However, that was a misdiagnosis. The doctor literally almost killed me. So I've sworn off all kind of medication. I do not even like taking Tylenol if I have a headache because I do not like putting things in my body that are like man-made. I just don't. Now you can come for me all day on the GMO food, like whatever. But as far as like pharmaceuticals, I do not do pharmaceuticals unless I absolutely have to, unless I have to get like an antibiotic for strep throat. And I just realized that I'm being like really quiet. I don't know why. I just don't know why. But basically, I know like I've digressed like a whole lot. But back in July when I actually quit my job, I was at the lowest of the low. I literally felt like there was nowhere that I fit in with anyone. Like literally had Eric and like maybe one or two friends at that time because like I don't really, people in my like personal life, I don't really go around my family too often. There's reasons for that. Like my parents, I love them to death. I visit them every chance that I get. It's just other parts of my family I don't really go around because it actually just adds to my anxiety and depression. There's just a whole boatload of things that they partake in that I'm not necessarily fond of and I don't agree with, so I don't really get into that. I don't even know what I was gonna say in this particular part of this video. I'm sorry. I am seriously like all over the place. But literally like Eric my mom and dad, that's like really all I have. Like, I know that if I ever really needed anything as far as like material things, I could definitely reach out to one of my family members and they would help me. That would not be a problem. But I literally, at this point in time in my life, it was the lowest that I had ever been. And when I tell you that I went to bed at night and I felt like I did not want to wake up, I literally did not want to wake up the next day. And I had never been so low in my entire life. There was like, I'm not even gonna front, like I made quite a bit of money, and it wasn't that I left my job. I had saved up a whole lot of money to actually leave my job. It's just the fact that I was under so much immense pressure from like things going on in my family, and then like this overwhelming fear of failing for no apparent reason. I couldn't tell you why. I felt like I was just failing at life, and when I've accomplished more in 30 years that some people haven't accomplished at 60. I don't like to get into things and boast and brag about things, but I have done a whole lot in the little bit of time that I've been here. And I got into a little bit of financial issues. They're resolved now. That's fine. That's out of the way. But that was a big key player in it. But it doesn't take much to trigger someone that is already dealing with anxiety and depression and things like that. I had actually gotten into a really bad argument with my sister. She's my half-sister, but she's my sister. We do not talk. We do not talk often at all. It's maybe once every 2 or 3 years. And she's just one of those people that are not very good to be around. She's a bad influence. She does things that I don't agree with at all whatsoever. And she's one of those people that like literally try to discredit everything that anybody else does because she wants to feel superior when in fact she hasn't accomplished anything in her life. And why I even gave her so much stock in my life when I didn't even really play an active role in her life because of the reasons and the things that she does, I don't know. But we got into a really bad argument. And it was actually over a YouTube video that I had posted about my adoption story when I first started making YouTube videos. And she's seen it, and the video had been up for a very long time. And I was like, how are you just now seeing this? Well, she messaged me. We got into a really nasty argument. And she like literally just discredited everything in my entire life. She talked so much shit about like my family and me being adopted and all of this, and I don't know why this made me feel the way that it did, because I gave her so much power when she didn't deserve it. And that is the main thing I want to say in this video. If you are going through something, it's really hard to differentiate the things in your life that should matter and that should not matter. People on the internet and people in your personal life and anybody in general that you interact with daily or whatever, if it's somebody that you talk to every couple of years, just like this instance, people only have as much power that you allow them to have. Situations only have so much power that you allow them to actually have. And I just don't know the right thing to say. Things only affect you as much as you allow them to. And I know that sounds asinine, I know that sounds crazy, but literally think about it in this way. Say, okay, this is totally hypothetical, because say if Eric and I broke up, I would totally be devastated. But eventually I would learn, and I would have to teach myself how to pick up the pieces. I could only allow that to get me down for so long before it would start interfering with my whole life, like how productive I was and things like that. And literally, like, I let, not just this one argument, it was this argument on top of everything else. I allowed it to shut me down. And up until recently, I literally did not want to wake up. I did not want to get out of bed. I did not want to face another day. But somehow, I don't know, I woke up one day and things had changed. Now, I'm going to say this. I have a really good support system. The only support system I really have are my parents, which I never really tell any of my problems to, and Eric. If it was not for my boyfriend, Eric, I probably would not be here right now. In some way, I don't know what way or how this even happened, he pulled all this stuff together for me. He made me realize that you can only allow things to make you feel a certain way for so long. If you make something perpetual, if you continue to think about things and overanalyze and read in too much into things, it will steal your joy and it will steal your happiness. And there's literally, like, it's an endless thing. It will just snowball and snowball and snowball. And I thought about this and I tried to wrap my brain around it, and I Googled stuff. I read so many different articles about depression and things like that. And finally, one day I woke up and it clicked. I literally, since this happened, I know that I had shared with you guys that I had read The Secret. I mean, it literally just all makes sense to me now. Things only mess you up. Things only get you down when you allow them to. Now, if you have, like, bipolar disorder, obviously you cannot control the way that you feel and, like, things like that. However, if it's you arguing with a friend, if it's you with your finances, you can only allow that so much power in your life before it will consume you. And you have to take back your power from that. You need to learn that everything in life you cannot control. Everything in life is not fair. And there's things that you're going to have to deal with. It may be at work, it may be at home, it may be out in public in a store with people you've never met before in your entire life. There are going to be things that you are going to have to deal with that are not fair. There's going to be times when you don't fit in. There's going to be times when you don't feel accepted, and you probably won't be accepted. And all of this stuff I have dealt with my entire life. And now I've just learned how to push it all to the side and really dig into what it is that makes me feel the way that I feel. And I don't know how to communicate how I do that, but that's what I do. And I know I'm probably going to end up getting a lot of shit for this video. I just don't know how to put into words just how thankful I am and how I maybe probably would not be here right now if it was not for this way of thinking. And I can literally tell you that I'm the happiest that I have ever been in my life. And some of this will make sense to you guys. Some of it may not. But I'm just here to tell you that if you are going through something, if you are feeling some kind of way about your life, if you feel like you're at your wit's end, just stop. Stop overanalyzing everything. Think about things rationally. Don't overthink. Because, like I said, it just snowballs. And also, like, you guys, you can literally hide anything behind a smile. The way that I was feeling this past couple of months, past 6-7 months, I could literally function, be horrible on the inside, and feel and look great on the outside. Like, I would put on a smile like nothing was wrong when I was literally dying. I was dying. But you guys, you probably think I'm crazy. This is a really random video for me to even post on here. But it's just the way I feel, and you guys know I want to keep it real with you. And, yeah. The plus side of being, like, really happy, too, I've lost, like, 20 pounds. I don't know how, but I did. And I look really red because I took a really hot shower. But you guys, if you watch this video and you can relate to anything that I said here and it made any kind of sense to you, please let me know in the comments down below. I am working right now on an update video with the Kiana Galvin case. Her mother reached out to me. There was some really, really bad news that happened with that, and she's going to give me a statement. We're going to talk about it. That you guys know that is like the one case out of everything I've researched. I know I've only made 2 videos so far, but I've researched a whole bunch of stuff so I could like start putting a list together of things that I want to cover. I'm also going to be working on the Golden State Killer case, and Peter Mon told me about that. That is like one of the most interesting things I have ever in my life read about. But you guys, if you made it through this video and you can even relate to what I've said, thank you. Leave me a comment down below what you think. Unsubscribe if you don't like it. I know I'm a weird motherfucker to deal with, but you guys, I just wanted to come on here. I felt the urge to make a video. But have a great night, and I will see you very soon.